obviously it shortens our bench now with Derek having to start. I mean, clearly we miss Spencer Harris not being out there at the point, and we're not sure when he's going to get back, but we hope it's as soon as possible.
Well, there's a whistle on the floor. I'm not sure. Oh, the shot clock had not started. About 10 seconds ran off. Shouldn't say about. Exactly 10 seconds ran off. You can see that on the scoreboard there. So they'll run the shot clock down to 25. But we talked a little bit in pregame that how huge is this matchup, and the post players of Coverstone and Landon Adler versus Dejavon Sawyer-Davis. Mentioned he's the leading scorer in the conference, one of the leading scorers, and very proficient in the post when he gets the basketball there.
Yeah, Dejavon, of course, people remember him here as a freshman starting for us, and he's now the big man, of course, for St. Francis. So we'll see how we can defend him tonight in the low post. Last game, we beat St. Francis. He still had 31 points, but we still beat him up in Fort Wayne.
Yeah, the Wildcats won the first matchup of the season, 89-77. Coverstone blocked from behind by Edmonds. And back the other way. Coverstone pulls down the rebound. Missed opportunity for the Cougars there. Edmonds guarding Coverstone. And Sawyer-Davis guarding Landon Adler. Another turnover. Here's a turnover, I should say.
One thing that, that we suffer a little bit with, maybe quite a bit without Spencer, and is the passing game. Against Bethel, we had 13 turnovers the first half. And so we've got to take better control of the ball tonight.
Well, and very early we can see as well a lot of contact between Coverstone and Edmonds. That's going to be a matchup to watch. And here's a turnover benefiting the Wildcats. Tied up 2-2 here early on. Troyer. And Coverstone with the foul over the back.
Again, the Wildcats coming off two big road wins last week with a huge win at Huntington, which was I think, a big psychological breakthrough to beat them there.
Yeah. And
we beat them again without Spencer Harris, and we went up to Spring Arbor and won. So.
And a big game off the bench that night from Huberts and Ryan Hetrick, maybe his biggest game.
Ryan Hetrick hit some key shots coming in off the bench up at Huntington. And then Zach Coverstone was just dominant up in Spring Arbor last Saturday.
Well, that three from Tony Merle's off the mark. St. Francis with the basketball, 2-point lead. And they get a 5-point lead. As Craig Hentrick gets his first shot of the game, and so it's 7-2 early St. Francis.
The Wildcats are looking rather lethargic here in the early stages, Raj. Yes, they are. And this is almost typical. This is how they started out at Spring Arbor, I understand. Very lethargic first half. And that's one thing that has frustrated Coach Tonigal this year has been their slow starts in many of their games.
Backdoor cut, Bozrab with the offensive foul. See who was stepped underneath there.
I predict we're going to soon see Will Huberts coming in.
Well, now both teams with one foul here in the first half. That while on Nate Bozrab is, of course, his first. Near steal. Inside is Coverstone. Back to Landon Adler, and there's a foul on Landon Adler. And Coach Greg Tonigal's saying he thought Adler got pushed before.
Well, I know when they played back up at Fort Wayne, it was a very physical game, I understand. And it usually is when you play St. Francis. They're a pretty physical team. They got some big guys in the paint.
That block there from Derek Troyer. He got a piece of that from Austin Lejour. Yeah, looking for
Another
they've
turnover.
gone to Coverstone almost every possession, and
I mean, that's a nice pass, but it's, for a big guy, that's really too low.
yeah.
You can't have it at the big guy's knees.
A few too many turnovers here for Indiana Wesleyan. And let's see here. The hand check foul on John Moon.
Well, we're almost 4 minutes to the game. We have one basket, like I said. We seem very lethargic tonight, Raj.
Well,
And even the crowd does.
and the 3 turnovers certainly
Yeah,
haven't.
yeah, and that's, again, I think without, lacking Spencer Harris, we're lacking our true point guard.
And long threes off the mark, up ahead. I'm all
Make
about
that 4
finding.
turnovers.
Yeah, I'm all about getting the ball to Coverstone, but need to be smart with.
This reminds me of how we started out against Bethel. Like I said, we had 13 turnovers the first half against that, and we're sort of replicating. You can't do that against these good teams.
St. Francis working the perimeter. Here's Lejour to Edmonds off the glass.
Yeah, they're out hustling us. They're out executing us. And what did I predict a minute ago? Will Hubert's ready to come in.
Here's Derek Troyer to Adler. Turnaround off the glass, won't go, and Edmonds pulls down the rebound. Tough sailing here early for Indiana Wesleyan, Doug, no doubt about it. And Coverstone might have got a piece of that one.
And the crowd is really quiet. It's like almost a Morgan here right now, Rod. We need something to bring the fans to life.
Here's Tony with the pull-up jumper, got it.
Now maybe, hopefully that'll get us going.
Well, Doug, I will say this. There's been a lot of contact here early. Here's a travel. And you can see Coach Toggle right now saying, hey, he was pushed. Indiana Wesleyan has looked, Doug. Can you hear me, Doug?
Much better.
Okay. The Wildcats looking to get the ball in exact Coverstone, but Doug, they need to see if they can't get something going with maybe someone else here.
They need some ball movement.
Not another turnover. There was
And
there it is.
Yeah. They're just not getting good ball movement, passing at all. Ball reversal, moving without the ball.
Hey, thanks, Doug, to the IW crew, or excuse me, the WIW crew, because we couldn't hear each other, and it was kind of difficult there.
Yeah, it's a tough way to announce when you can't hear each other.
Well, maybe that would be a benefit. Who knows? Might be an improvement, huh?
Yeah, we've got to get back to what we do best, and that's move the ball
And balance on offense.
and get everybody in the act, everybody moving, look for the open man, make the extra pass.
Oh, and a foul on Eaton, I believe. About a loose ball foul. That'll be the first on Eaton, and both teams now with 3. Well, we talked about how good Dejavon Sawyer-Davis has been, 23, 24 points a game. But then after that for St. Francis, it was about a 12, 13